Hello guys, welcome back to a new video of DANIA. I know in my last video I complained a little bit about me not being able to play in DANIA, and I was sincerely honest though. But I managed to get a frame rate in DANIA. You see this part where actually the part where I just stopped doing whatever I did, but I still think that I should put it in the video so you guys just can see what I did and kind of like what made me stop doing things. Because I had the other day when I was in DANIA, I had about 12 FPS and I constantly had crashes. But next time I went in there, I had about 20 frame rates and I had no crashes. So I don't know what's wrong. I think DANIA is just broken, guys. So I think it's just about time that I finally put myself together and finish this part so it doesn't give me more trouble or issues. So yeah, today guys, this little area here was very inspired by Forup Sommerland, which I don't know if you guys have seen the vlog, but they have this sort of a nature foresty vibe everywhere in the park, and I feel like I shouldn't make it like this as well. So this area is gonna be a little bit inspired by Forup, by that way that it has trees, it has these sort of log fences, and these three shops you see next to the right here, which is also one of the new rides from the classic ride pack. I thought I never used them, but now when I have them, I might as well just place them down, I guess. So that's what I did here, guys. And the main thing here is that this is only me like doing this stuff for 6 or 7 minutes in this video. I thought now, as I said, since I already have the footage, I might as well just plop it in this video so you guys kind of see what I have also been doing. That is not super important for the park. This is not. I'm trying to make this look sort of a little bit realistic, and I think I got out of it okay. This area is not done at all, and I will probably use a lot more time on this area. I don't know if I'll make some more time lapses of it, because I have no idea actually what I want to do. As I said, it was very spontaneous for me that it just became something kind of like Forup Sommerland style. But I do like it though. I'm super satisfied on how this looks so far. I really like the nature vibe, the foresty vibe, and it's, yeah, I feel like it's very welcoming, and I'm quite satisfied with that. So things I'm doing, guys, is just foliage and these log fences you see me do, and normal fence around this right here, which we also have in Denmark. In Tivoli Gardens is the one that's called Fata Morgana in Tivoli, which is I'm 100% sure it's like 100% a remake of that ride there. I haven't actually seen it in other parks yet, only in my own home park, Tivoli. So it's probably out there in a lot of other parks, but for now I only see it like that here in Dania, no, in Tivoli Gardens, I mean, and I kind of thought it felt okay to have it here as well. You saw me just go straight into this kind of thing here, guys, which is there came a crash here while I was doing this sort of little canopy here, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna go with this, if I'm gonna have the canopies here, or kind of like the overhangs here, because when I finished them, I didn't think they looked super cool as I intended it or as I imagined in my head. So I don't know if I'll go back and remodify these this little area here, but for now I'm kind of liking it. And the little snack shack you also see that is kind of like out to the water will also give some more detailing and all that. Here I'm just adding a little bit of flower beds, trying to add to these smaller holes you'll see in the path so you don't see them. And I'm really hoping that this area will be used for the guests, because I feel like this area could be super cool when you see guests and super active, they're sitting there. It has a good vibe, a good atmosphere, and that's kind of like what I'm trying to create. I know in the start I said that I didn't want the botanical garden kind of like to get hidden away, but I kind of like it now that we have all these trees here and all that stuff. I did also end up adding another ride. I don't know if you can see it in the back here, right next to the shack, the snack shack, like outside to the water. I felt like it was okay to have one more ride there, and I also did some stuff on it, but nothing that was worthy of a recording. So, but you guys will see some cinematic shots at the end of this little area too, where I did some stuff. But afterwards we're gonna go over to the boat ride station, which I'm doing in the Viking area, which actually turned out amazing, if I have to say it myself. So far though, I wanted to call this part 1, but I feel like I don't know if I'll actually go and do more of it in the next video. So I'm also gonna make some Viking ships and stuff. So I'm super excited to get further into the Viking area, cause I know that whatever I'm gonna end up building in the Viking area, I will not stop building until I'm satisfied with the build. Kind of like I'm doing with this boat ride station here today. It was very difficult for me to figure out when I was gonna say, okay, this is enough for today, and we can continue next time. Because I feel like every time I kind of like did something, I got a new idea and so on and so on. So, but anyways, also another thing, guys, if you want to follow me on Twitch, Twitter, or even become a patron, I will put the links in the description below. And as you can see, I have this little nice animation here that comes up, which I can thank my good friend Kun to make for me. So thank you a lot, my friend. Yeah, guys, if you want to follow me on Twitch, Twitch, Twitter, or Patreon, go check the links out in the description below, guys. But anyways, back to the build. I knew for a fact that I was gonna do something with the thatch roof, cause I didn't feel like doing custom roof on this guy, and I also felt like that I could build some more stuff around this boat ride station that has thatch roof, so it would look more common and natural. And I did have a few pictures, reference pictures from ArtStation, Pinterest, like I usually have when I build these buildings here, and then I kind of like mix and match all kinds of buildings and building styles together. And this guy here was, it was a little bit tricky for me, to be honest, because as I said, I wasn't quite sure what I was gonna go for. I just knew that I was gonna have a boat ride station that kind of like had some thatch roof and kind of reminded myself on Viking builds and stuff. And I gotta say, how it ended up looking, this part, is something I was not, I didn't have any idea of this was gonna end up looking this good. I'm not super fond of building stations, as you guys know, but I feel like though the every time I kind of build a station, it gets better and better. And I'm looking forward to start on the Woden coaster. I was about to say on the Hulker, which is gonna be super Woden inspired station wise and stuff. Combat even did a little part of it where it actually goes through the station as well. Which if I can get it built like that, then it would be awesome. As it does on Woden as well. So, but nevertheless, here I'm doing these sort of little bit of different floors on the Viking builds. I know that in the Viking area, if we have to look at it in a realistic perspective, they really didn't build elevations or second floors on their buildings until late in their time. So it was actually just first floor buildings they had, but I feel like I can just go with it here and kind of like mix and match everything, because this might look Viking as well, but it can also look a little bit fantasy. Because when I play a lot of other games and they kind of have this Viking theme to it, I can't stop getting ideas for DANIA and for the Viking area. So the Viking area is definitely something I'm not done at all. I mean, as you guys can see, and I have so many ideas for it, and as I said, I want to make this area probably the best looking area in the park. That's my goal. And I'm very how do you say, into making the area finished, because as I've said in the previous videos, guys, of DANIA, is we are almost there, guys. I mean, park wise, theme park wise, layout wise, we have everything sorted out almost. It's mainly all the small things, or small things. I would love if it was small things, but it is not. We do got the dock ride sections everywhere, and then we have some. I still have some stuff on the main street I need to do, and all that stuff. And I also have a little vlog coming out soon of me showing stuff around in Copenhagen, of stuff I actually built in Dania. I don't know if that will have an interest for any one of you, but I'm still making it, and I had a. It's nice. I have some nice footage of my day in Copenhagen with a few friends. So there will be a vlog I'm so gonna put out soon, guys. So if it's have any interest at all, I will hope you guys will see it, so you guys can see where I get my my inspiration from when it comes to this Danish park I'm doing here. But anyways, I'm adding some more stuff here. I'm adding. I felt like that I needed to close it off here. I didn't want it to have just a wall, and then instead of just having it open, I felt like I needed to put down the colorable panel in the back, so you don't see the opening of it and all the supports and all that stuff inside of the building here. I actually thought it was kind of neat that I changed it up the planks. So on the first floor you have these sort of wooden planks, and here you have more of this rustic plank on the top floor. And I must say that I was struggling a lot when it came to the pathing, because I had the first overhang here you see with the thatch roof was actually kind of covering up the path. So when I had to make support for it, it kind of went into the pathing, or where the people had to stand in the queue. And I mean, it with the frame rate I have and all that stuff, it's not every time I can go and just play in play mode in this park. So I really didn't see where the guests will actually be placed on this station. Hopefully I can do that in the next video. But I'm hoping that I didn't go super crazy on it, because you see the plank is kind of like in the middle of where the guest goes. But I think that they are only going on to the right, where I actually made the little hole in the wall. So I'm hoping that it will be okay. And if not, then I'm kind of just like, you know what? Because of the path in this game, there's so much stuff we can do compared to what we end up doing with the pathing when we usually have the plans for what we're gonna do. So, but it is what it is. So I'm just hoping that it will be okay. I think that this part here with me trying to figure out what to do, I don't know if the overhang with the thatch roof is something you would see in a real park or what. But I kind of felt like the overhang with the thatch roof was kind of super cool. It looked super cool. It's kind of unique. So I just went with it and detailed it a lot more. And as you can see here, just as I said, this thing here goes down to the queue line. So I actually end up removing this entire little section here with the roof, so I can actually give it some proper supports. Because as I said, I felt like it was a little bit weird of it just having an overhang there without any walls and stuff, and not just supports. But the more I kind of added and the more I built, I kind of went with it and it sounded like this actually looks kind of neat now. So that's one of the things I also struggled a little bit with, but in the end I came out with it that it's kind of nice to have it like this. So next thing in this little video here is me trying to detail this part, this little station here. The first thing I wanted to was just to make the building itself kind of like get the image on what I wanted to do. And as I said, there will probably come a part 2 of this build here, because I'm not finishing off the other side. It's mainly the front side here where you board or where the entrance and exits are for the ride. And also, as I said, I'm probably gonna have some Viking ships too around this little dock here. kind of like to give it a better vibe, and kind of like to have some more clutter in the water. And also when the boat is coming, you have these sort of pirate ships and stuff. Yeah, I'm really thinking it's gonna be very, very cool. I maybe use the Babylonian boats as templates and try just remodify them to Viking ships, but we will see how we will come with that at that point when we start on it. As you see here, I did end up moving the thatch roof so I could actually make some proper supports on it, as I said, and it looks way better like this. Even though it doesn't match with the other side of the thatch roof, but it's okay. It's okay to be a little bit variated and not super aligned with each other. So I'm kind of liking how that ended up looking. And it's okay for it not to be super accurate, because when you see it on both different sides, it will look different. So you don't really see, you don't really notice it as much as now when I've said it to you, of course. But I'm starting now here to do some trim work and kind of like just to figure out if it's the building that I need to do. So what I usually do is that when I finish the building, I usually detail it. And if the detailing part it's not easy for me, then I know that the building for me is not good enough. So that's also kind of like what I did here, where I'm kind of like making a further extension to the station build too. And then I have all these this fence from the station itself that I need to cover up, because it just didn't look right with it like this. So I end up doing using the pirate stock fences, I think, kind of like to cover it up. And just trying to figure out what is the best way of doing this, and kind of like to make it look normal and not super weird with all kinds of different pieces and all. I was also, further in we go into the build, I was struggling if the pirate fence, the netting, was okay for Viking. But the more I kind of added, and it just seemed right at that point. So I'm also ending up adding those. But for now, guys, there's not a lot more to say than it's mainly just me doing a lot of detailing here at the end of the video here. And I will of course get back to you guys at the end. But for now, I will give you guys a song or two, and I will get back to you. So enjoy, guys. Bye. Alright guys, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed the music. As I said about the pirate fences, I wasn't entirely sure if that was the way to go, but I kind of feel like that as soon as I started adding them a little bit everywhere on this build here, it kind of actually made sense to have it like that. And this part I'm doing here is just to have some boats for now, probably also some Viking ships, as I said, that will come. You also saw me do some other stuff on the water wheel. I didn't like the brick wall that was on the water wheel. It kind of annoys me a little bit that we only got that part with the brick walls on. It would have been quite nice if we just got a wooden one, but nevertheless, I managed to cover it up with some wooden pieces, so it actually just looks like it's made out of wood and not have all those brick walls and stuff. So I'm quite satisfied with that part, and it also goes very well with kind of like the thatch and the wooden build we're doing here now. So my main goal with this sort of station here was kind of like to make it busy, to make it feel like I know it's a theme park, but if we have to make it look kind of like it's supposed to be there for the Vikings to transport their stuff. It's kind of like a dock, you know, like where they come and they put their ships here and they go into the village. But of course, in this way, we're doing it as a theme park style, not as a like Blackmire or above end sort of thing. So afterward, I went over a little bit to the river rapids ride because I wanted to see how it would look when I started to detail it a little bit and have some rocks towards it and all that stuff. And I gotta say that this is exactly what I wanted it to have, like have the river rapids a little bit below the pathing so people can actually look down to the river rapids as you see in a lot of theme parks. And also I'm probably gonna detail it a lot, and as soon as this will, as I said when I made the river rapids, the more I detail it, like if I detail it everywhere around, basically the entire area is also gonna be detailed because the river rapids kind of like goes all the way around the area. So the more I detail that, the more area is gonna be detailed. Was that confusing? I don't know, but it's kind of like what I want to go for with this. So that's why you saw me a little bit placing some stuff there just to kind of get an image, an illusion on how I wanted it to look and just to see if it would look good. And I don't know about the pathing yet, if it's the pathing I want to use. But for now, it's kind of just how it is. Here I'm just stropping it up, doing some stuff, adding detailing, just doing the final touches before I can finally say that the front is kind of done now. And I must say, compared to I only had like that I wanted to make a ride with or a boat station with the thatch roof, it actually came out super cool if I have to admit it myself. Here I'm kind of just covering up the thatch roof inside. I'm trying to. The main thing is because there is that huge chimney to the boat ride. I didn't think about that when I first built this. So, but it doesn't clip with it, but it's super close. I don't recall me having it in the recordings. Maybe I do have, but nevertheless, it was very close. But it already clips through some of the bridges, anyways. I'm not gonna go in and say that's crazy. It's mainly for the track rides and coasters that I don't want anything to clip. So even though we only have the bridges, it does it too. It's okay. I'm gonna drop the short fins on that one. And so even though I'm not super fan of it clipping, but just sometimes you just can't do anything about it because the bridge is actually good, but it's the pathing. You know, there's that extra thing underneath the pathing that what makes it clip through. Oh, there was a little bit tiny thing here where you could actually see it being super close to the front. But I'm probably also gonna add some more stuff inside of the station too, and also on the other side, the side you don't see. And as I said, we can call this part 1, even though I'm just gonna call it boat ride station for now. But I will definitely end it up and making some stuff to it. I might make a stream of me adding, like, you've basically seen me do a lot of stuff on the Viking area, but it's mainly the front side of the buildings. Also to the river rapids, like the queue line and the back of it. Maybe it's something I should just do in the streaming. because I don't know if it's something worth of recording of me just fiddling around and all that stuff. So but as you can see, the backside where I just fiddle a little bit, it's not super detailed yet, but it will come. I think when the Viking ships comes, I kind of can get some more ideas to what I can add on these. But I'm super happy. And I also saw that one of those thing I just placed down here is a little floater. I thought it was actually standing on the ground, but it's a little bit floater, but I will fix that next time, guys, I promise. And we can't have any floaters in this park. So that's a tiny thing. I don't even know if you guys notice it, but if not, then forget what I just said. But here I felt like a door instead would work better, and then have a little balcony instead of just the windows. Because yeah, as I said, I just felt like this wall here was kind of plain, and it definitely needed something. And again, I'm just fiddling around, guys, trying to see if I can get some ideas into my head of adding some other pieces and stuff, but nothing really came my way with this. So I had to just to do it as this with the knobs of the locks here, kind of like to make them poke out, and that came out super cool too. As I said, this is not done yet, the build, but the front side, I think we can say it's quite done yet, or it is quite finished. Of course, it would have been nice to see guests interact with it, to see how far or how close I am, not to make them clip through the wall here, but I think I'm okay. I think it's okay. No need to think about that too much. I don't think I will add chimney to this building. I thought about it, but it would not make sense to have a chimney on a dock boat ride, so I think it's okay. We're almost going to the end here, guys, but as I said, I'm super satisfied on the turnout on this station here. I think it might be one of my best station builds I've done so far, in my 4,000 hours of playtime here. And I actually also think my station builds gets better and better, and it definitely has an influence that I'm visiting all these theme parks, kind of like get an image on how station actually should look like, instead of just making them square and just that normal thing, kind of like I did with some of the other builds. But I'm definitely feeling that my station builds are improving, and I would love to hear what you guys think of the build so far, and how you think this station is. And I kind of also like that wherever you go with the boat ride in the station, it has different stations. So the last station we need for the boat ride is the Legoland station. Which is something I'm not super happy about to get started with, but it needs to be done. So I might just go generic on it, have a few Lego bricks, a little bit of everywhere, and just keep it like that. Or if I get some sort of an idea of what I could do, I might go with that. But for now, it's kind of plain on how I want to execute the other Lego station, and how I wanted to theme it. Of course Lego, but do I want to go all in on it, or do I just want to keep it generic with a few Lego pieces and bits everywhere? So you see, you are in the Legoland area, but it's not like Lego everywhere until you actually enter the Legoland area. But that was just a little extra thing, guys. You see here, I'm not adding super much detail into this build here, because I felt like it didn't need it as much. Just a little bit of roping and some bonding, and then we're good to go here. And I think we are at the end here now, guys. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I do appreciate it. It means a lot. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of the build and how the Viking area is turning out. And if you have any ideas or suggestions or feedback, whatever, you name it, guys, I would love to hear it. So don't be shy. And yeah, guys, hope to see you in the next video of DANIA, where I don't know where I'm gonna do. I'll probably do some more Viking stuff, but we'll see. And about the streaming, I will give you guys some notifications about that as well. So anyways, guys, I will give you guys some cinematics here. And yeah, guys, once again, I appreciate you guys so much for watching. It means a lot. So yeah, guys, peace, take care, bye.